Alright, that's another Atlas Pass item. Anything nearby? Some resources in the ground. A few things we could try to visit. But our other goal for the outpost is way out there. What's that icon? Oh, that's just an ion hidden away behind other stuff. Grab what you can. That is really satisfying. Shields. Iron. I just want to visit the chest and see what's inside there. I will definitely say there's moments where you have to fight to stave off the aimlessness at times. There's definitely moments where I'm like, what? Where am I gonna try to go now? Like, where? I need to come up with something now, or I'm just gonna stand here. Hey there. So this must be what actually brought us here in the first place. This is what we must have sensed from the distance. I will say that every time anyone in chat shouts at me to read chat, I like that person less. Just consistently. It's such an incredibly annoying thing to do. Because I don't acknowledge you for 5 seconds, and you're so fucking needy sometimes. What do we have here? Gek Charm. The bummer with these unique items is that they immediately take up a slot, which means they're just as much as like getting hundreds of something else, and then you have a whole slot missing. And that's a bummer. Gotcha. Guess I'll just walk around and grab stuff for a little bit. Is that really a giant pile of gold again? Oh my god. So those are just gonna happen on this planet, huh? Why not? Uh-oh. Can I transfer you back? Ah. I literally just finished selling stuff and we're full up again. That's annoying. Guess we're taking a trip back now. Wow, the punch jump is absurd. It immediately makes traveling more enjoyable. If they ever patch that out, they're making an actual mistake. Because that's just going to make people have less fun. See, power canisters can be used for recharging, so that's worth keeping around for now. What's a magmox? It's in the starship inventory, so that's the only way to get the pop-up to happen. Wait, where'd it go? Oh, right, the magmox is in my inventory. I just can't highlight it from that screen. Alright, we'll just look at it here then. Wait, it is in the ship inventory. Never mind, never mind. Highly prized. Popular traders of all known galaxies. Is it used in anything, is the question. There it is. I must have just missed it. Scrolled into the rightly different... Yeah, it, I think I was looking for it in the same spot of the same page that it was in the exosuit, but of course, the list is different from one screen to another. Which makes sense. Something's just take up too many damn spaces. I desperately need to increase our storage capacity, which is why I'd like to find a crashed ship. I didn't actually fill out much space, did I? Let's see, we can at least stack some things back in there. Nope, that was probably a mistake. I can use those power canisters, obviously. Come on back. There we go. Yeah. Let's go visit the gold. I'm back, and this time I've actually cut space for you. Ow. Nailed it. Gotta be careful to be able to actually feather the landing afterwards. Ignore me, space alien robot guardians. I come in peace? I come in apathy? Is that the right word? Just leave me alone, I want the gold. I will say, chat, I generally don't think I can afford a new ship yet. Actually, did I? Nope. Yeah, I don't have that much money yet. One of my goals is to hopefully find crashed ones, because supposedly crashed ones are supposed to always be at or above your inventory size. That's supposed to be a decent way of upgrading. Then there's, of course, the drop pod we found that one time that gave me an extra exosuit slot. But based on my very limited experience in this game, I still am learning how to actually find things in the first place. Alright, so this thing definitely overheats faster. Unfortunately, I don't think I really have an upgrade that'll make that less of a problem right now. I don't think that's one of the things on my list. But the gold will be mine. Give it to me. There we go. This is weirdly turning into a simulator of, It is weirdly turning into like a simulator of that part of Minecraft where you have to take care of the floating trees that your asshole friends leave everywhere because they only punch out the trunk and leave the top everywhere. They leave all the tops of trees floating around. You gotta go from the top down with every mining deposit or it's just gonna float there. For me, chat, I don't care that much about how fancy a ship's gonna look just because I know I'm gonna replace it almost immediately, or at least not immediately, but as fast as I can. I've heard the inventory limit is like 48, and I sure as hell want to take the fastest route there that I can. So I'm not going to try to get particularly attached to any of the ships I get along the way, because the inventory limit is such a limit on everything you do in this game that increasing that as fast as possible would be very welcome. We got a lot of gold here. I think that's about it. Send you back to the ship. What's the gear icon mean? It's not gonna tell me from here, is it? Forget about that one. There's a chest. There's a few chest items back there. There's loot all around. curious about the gear. Don't hurt yourself. Wow. Movement's just so much better this way. It does kind of remind me of Destiny when you start using your jetpack to boost around like that. Hey there. New tech. Beam destroys starship and asteroid targets that increase. Oh, it's a ship upgrade. Probably the one I'm least likely to use because ship inventory space is such a premium to me. Are you? Oh, that was. You're not a plant. Look at these trees. They're so bulky. Pretty true to life, actually. Like what I'm looking at right here isn't, especially if I like look down a little more. It's not that different from real life. The trunks of these trees and these cactuses all look like stuff you just see in a regular old Earth, but the stuff on top's a little weirder. And I don't think these trees necessarily have the spikes that they do here. But that trunk type's definitely a thing I've seen before. Let's see, where was the chest? Oh, hello. Knowledge is mine. It is power. Chat, I don't really watch trailers, to be honest. I went through all of E3 having only watched the trailers for Resident Evil 7 and whatever the Kojima game is called that told us nothing about it but had Norman Reedus in it. By and large, I don't try to hype up for stuff. Like, I'm about to play Deus Ex Mankind Divided pretty soon here, and I have not looked into it at all, and I'll just be happy to play it when it comes out. I think that's the healthier way to handle things. Otherwise, we get situations like No Man's Sky where we think way too long about what a game's going to be before it actually comes out, and we mostly have a fictionalized version of the game in our heads. We've learned the word high, and then we got high as fuck as the entire screen turned purple. So I've actually not watched any trailers about Mass Effect Andromeda, even though Mass Effect 1 is one of my favorite games of all time, and the sequels are pretty great, generally, for mixed reasons. Were there chests in this direction? No, there wasn't. I got distracted by going after the, knowledge. And there's something over there. Let's have a detour. I landed already. We'll head over to whatever's over here. Then we'll head on. Here we go. No, don't fall. Don't fall. Might as well grab what we can. Actually, is that way further away than I thought it was? Perhaps it is. You're not gonna make it easy for me, are you, Slope? Nope. Die. Take that, nature. You know what you did. You don't know what you did because you're nature. You don't know anything. That's the inherently absurd part of that statement. Gotcha. Alright, what's over here? What are you hiding from me, planet? I'm gonna find out. You might as well just tell me now. But in general, I've stopped watching E3, I've stopped watching PAX, I've stopped dealing with most of the events that are hyping up what's going to happen in the future. Even when Dark Souls 3 and Bloodborne were coming out, like, I saw the initial trailers, like, I saw... In both games' cases, I saw the pre-rendered trailer, basically, like, the thing that was going to later be the start screen, yeah, it was going to be later become the start screen, like, if you hesitate, it'll play this video. Like, I'll watch those for Dark Souls games, but I don't like knowing about, like, anything about them, especially since Dark Souls 3 is now infamous for having spoiled almost every boss fight in the entire game in pre-release materials. And I think I would have been kind of devastated if that happened. After I finished Dark Souls 3, when I finished my playthrough, I then went back and watched best friends play Dark Souls 3 together. And, wow. Yeah. every time they walked up to any boss fight, the guy playing was like, oh yeah, I saw this in the trailer. Oh yeah, I saw this in the trailer. I'm like, you saw every boss in the whole freaking game before the game came out? That's terrible. I don't want that. I don't ever want that. Phase beam for my... Oh, it's for my starship. Alright. Can I make a bypass chip? Install technology. Oh, this is my multi-tool. Whoops. Bypass chip requires plutonium and iron. I don't have either of those. Well, take that, me. Iron's easy to get, but I don't know if I can get plutonium that easily. Let's check inside the building. Oh, was I reloading? What was that animation? Ooh! I found the grenade. Found it. Alright. That was a startling button to find on accident. New tech. Mining beam companion unit. Extended time between cooldown periods. Yay! I should install that immediately, if I can afford it. Can I afford it? That's it. Iridium and Heridium. I have those back on the ship, I think. So I'll just save that for then. There's the Heridium. I don't see Iridium. Oh, there it is. Yeah, we have everything we needed back at the ship. So when I get back, we'll install an upgrade on my mining laser so that it doesn't constantly fall apart like that. Oh, that's just a heal. Alright. Nah, Chad, it's not even really about the dishonesty of trailers. I just don't want to know everything about a game before I play it. I don't watch movie trailers anymore. I'll probably I never watched a Star Wars The Force Awakens trailer, and I'll probably never watch a trailer for Rogue One. I just want to see the movie. The fucking movie Quarantine shows the end of the film in the trailer. Like, the last shot of the film is in the trailer. And on the cover of the film. I'm like, what are you doing? Why would you do this? So yeah, I don't really... I'll hear some basic stuff about how a game works, but I don't really want to know the trailer material, because they try so hard to show games all the time. It's mostly like a weird attempt to both create they try to create a first impression, but they also try to do it in a disingenuous way, because of course they do so in a way that, look, this guy's gonna be mad at me. It's like, for one, it's of course a controlled environment and pre-rendered stuff and false demos and everything, so the game's inherently kind of false about, pre-release material's all about creating oh wow, there's just a giant pile of gold there. Everything about E3s is all super contained, fake environments that give you bad, false impressions of a game where it's like they're trying to pretend it's way better than it is, but also just they spoil so much of it. Oops, there we go. No, Chad, I disagree. Oh wow, there's there's two giant piles of gold. So, no, for a game like Dark Souls, I say that the concept of spoilers totally applies to boss fights in a way that in other games you might think it applies to trailers. I mean, to a story. Because people think about spoilers as a story thing, but boss fights are everything in a Dark Souls game. And the reveal of walking into a chamber and encountering something, like, not knowing a Cyrus exists when you go into Dark Souls 3 is better than knowing a Cyrus exists when you go into Dark Souls 3. That's just true. Like, that's a way cooler thing to discover while playing than to not know in advance. I mean, the entire old Hunter's DLC for Bloodborne is boss fight after boss fight of like, wow, it's really cool to discover that in real time. And that's like in the case of every single boss fight of that entire expansion. Knowing about them in advance kind of has a completely different impact on everything. Here we go. I mean, the Cleric Beast should be a really cool reveal, but it was the first boss shown in every single thing ever. And the same thing goes for the Dancer, which seemed like a really questionable decision, is that all the earliest stuff they showed about Dark Souls 3 was the dancer, but the dancer is actually placed in a part of the game where it should be a big surprise, because everything about how you encounter the dancer is kind of a surprise, and the dancer themselves is a kind of a thing you wouldn't want to know about in advance. But they didn't care. They didn't care because they had a PR company that wanted people to buy their games, and that's how it goes. Like, I'd prefer to go into Deus Ex Mankind Divided, for example, not knowing where the story will take place. If you watch any material, you'll see, like, the cities that stuff takes place in, and that could affect the story. Just like how, like, if you were to watch, like, in Deus Ex Human Revolution, you go to a different city. And if you know in advance what city that's going to be, that could help you know where the story is going to go. It's like, there's a lot of reasons not to know about this stuff in advance. And just generally, discovering stuff about games is more enjoyable when you're playing the game, as opposed to discovering it in advance and just knowing all these details. Then again, there's people who totally disagree with me on that too, because I grew up surrounded by people who would, like, ask you how a movie ends that they haven't seen yet when they're about to see it. Like, I would sit down with my friend, and he would ask me how the movie ends that we're literally sitting down to watch, and I'm like, why are you doing this? And my friend Andrew will look up the Wikipedia plot synopsis of a film and watch and read it all the way through to its conclusion before he actually goes to the film. Am I not getting any gold anymore? My inventory's not full, is it? Did I mess up? No. I think they're just not giving me gold here anymore. Let's see here. Oh, I went too deep, didn't I? There we go. It looks so gold. That's weird. It looks like a giant pillar of pure gold, but none of that apparently counts as gold down there. Weird. Can I even try to hit that? Yeah. Where even is it in this one's case? I can't even see it. I just found an amazing note of minerals. Hang on a second, I get everyone, I got this. What if I did that and the moon exploded and just this mountain of resources flew at me? That'd be great. That'd be great. I will say, though, that I do plan on hopefully playing Dishonored and all of its expansions and all of the Mass Effect games and their expansions before their respective sequels come out. Just because it seems like a tidy time to finally get around to them. That's something I failed at for a long time. I tried to play Demon's Souls and Dark Souls before Dark Souls 2 came out, and I tried to play Dragon Age 1 and 2 before Inquisition came out, and both times I screwed up. But, got a little bit more planned out this time around, and I did successfully finish Human Revolution before Mankind Divided came out. So there's hope yet. Give me all the goddamn gold, game. Give it all to me. You can't hide it from me. I know it's here. I'll sit here all day if I have to. Mining. Is this my 4th pile of gold already in this stream? They're still giving it over a little bit. If you haven't picked up on it already, this playthrough in general is probably going to turn into moments of just random conversations about whatever I feel like. It's the only way I can I feel like it's the only way I can reasonably handle this game. Because when you stop to mine gold for 10 minutes, what else are you going to talk about? How exciting it is to mine gold? Give it to me. I wish they would fall down. Just so I could mine them on the ground. Flying resources are weird. We all done down there? You don't like that I'm mining gold? Nope, he doesn't care. So they have a limited list of things they care about. Mostly plutonium, apparently. Hello. That is a lot of gold. That's quite a lot of gold. Chat, I'm currently sitting below 700,000 resources. I mean units. And that's about all I've ever had. I've purchased 2 multi-tool upgrades so far. And never replaced my ship. I don't... Oh my god, there's more. This is the gold planet. This is the planet of gold. The melee jump's not really working on this kind of platform. That's the beacon I already used, right? I'm not crazy? Yeah, we've used you before. Well. I guess we're gonna get ourselves some more gold. Unless I run out of resources, which could be a problem. Carbon. I'll need to pick up more carbon if I want to keep this going. Hello. Wait, you're not made of carbon, are you? You're made of, like... No, you're made of carbon. I got oddly used to the idea of plants being made of weird nonsense resources. Here we go. Just grabbing my firewood. Is that more gold down there? That's the wrong button. That's totally more gold down there. What the hell? This planet is just old gold. I'm gonna have to name it... I'm just gonna have to give it a name accordingly, aren't I? You say it's faster, but I don't know if it gives me resources or not. Yay, 2 gold. Yeah, I'm gonna say that the grenade mining is probably a mistake. Those nighttime sounds just sound angry. Here we go. I wonder if I can just... I wonder if I could just fly around in my ship and just shoot everything down here to auto-mine it. I doubt it, because that would be like game-breaking, because the lasers on the ship are infinite. That's probably why you can't aim down. But the fact that you can just shoot asteroids and just fill up on resources is pretty amusing to me. They did that because you can't get... They don't want you to get stranded in space, because the game would break. You'd be like, oh yeah, you ran out of fuel midway through your trump. It'll be 18 years until you arrive at the next planet. Have fun. And you would then delete your save and give up forever. But it does lead to a really weird problem where all of space is completely densely populated with non-stop meteors and asteroids or whatever the words are. Like, really, the type of high-speed travel we do should be basically impossible in this game because of how densely filled space is with rock. You would just be dying. There we go. So I think I might chalk that I might chalk this grenade situation up as one of the reasons why I don't always instantly do the exact things that chat commands me to do. Because results vary. There we go. How much carbon do we have left? That does not necessarily last. So we'll need to mine more if I want to keep going. I wonder if there's any more gold in any of these other directions. Also, I should probably send it back. There we go. Had to remind myself where I mapped the zoom to. There we go. Don't see anything around here. Trees are comical around here. Oh, knowledge. We'll get to the knowledge in just a second. Just gonna murder a tree real quick. We'll swoop by the knowledge and then stop by the another gold mound. That'll help. Thank you. And there's the mystery. Not such a mystery now. So it's another beam, so I can use that to identify something on the planet. Is that more gold? Well, yes, that is more gold. Again. That's comical. I think this planet's gonna keep me busy for a while. I think I found a place that's good for my progression for a while. I think. I don't have much actual knowledge to base that assumption on. Hey there. Teach me things. I don't know if I was ready to learn the GEC word for docking. Ask your parents, kids. Actually, don't ask your parents anything. Don't ask your parents, or at least don't tell them that I told you to. All right, hello, comical amount of gold. How you doing? I am slightly worried I'm gonna approach that and find out, that it's, I'm worried I'm gonna approach that and find out that it's not, what am I trying to say? Real? Like, I'll come in and it'll load and discover that it's all gone now. Oh my god, is that gold? What? There's gold. There's gold. Wait, where's the one I was approaching? Was it that one? I think that's the base my ship was next to. So we're definitely kind of going in circles, but still. Maybe I'll stop by to get the gold and lift off and head off to the next area. What is that? Just a tree. You're not pre-mined, right? Don't die of the fall. There we go. Yeah, you're still here. And now we set to work. So how do I make a spaceship out of gold? I'm going to be relatively rich. By my own standards, at least. People that have been playing for longer than me are, like, probably scoffing at this concept. Actually, Wander's a bit ahead of me, and he's been talking about the concept of, like, because the currency, like, the values of all the goods in this game are static-ish, that even as you're progressing through the game, despite the fact that you're getting more capable over time and getting more slots and upgrades, your income doesn't he says that your income doesn't necessarily speed up because of the fact that, like, it's just, you're still selling and buying the same trade goods as always. Give it to me. Seriously, why is this entire planet just gold? Not that I'm complaining, but man, we need to find a planet like this in real life so we can speed up the entire space exploration program. That'll incentivize someone. Found an entire planet made of gold! Just lie to them. Just lie to them until they invest. It's like, they won't know until they get there, and at that point it's too late. Best conspiracy ever. Anyone nearby? There's the drone. I could hear him. I just joined, what did I miss? That's always going to be a funny thing to hear in chat for this game. I went to planets and I mined things, and then traded those things, and then mined more things. Is there still goods to— oh. Is that all gonna be worth gold still? Oh, it is. It looked like rock. So I was kind of worried it wouldn't be worth anything. Oh yeah, they do not care about gold at all. Just passively walking on by. Here we go. Take that, floating gold. I can't even tell what some of these polygons are even around. They're framing something, we're just not entirely sure what. See, I might just fly to the next one with my ship. See, is it mapped on my... It's not mapped right now. Nah, I should keep track of where that was, or I'm gonna lose track of it completely. We'll send the gold back. How much gold do I have on my starship now? Whoa. I have like 2 full stacks of starship size. So something utterly baffling to me about this game is that when you read the patch notes for the day 1 patch, they increased the stack size of inventory for characters by 2.5 times, like as a multiplier. Like it was the same number of slots, but they increased the stack size of each slot by 2.5 times. And then they increased the stacks. Oh my god, how is there so much gold in every direction? But not only did they increase the stack size of players by 2.5, they increased the stack size for all ship stuff by 5 times. So, just think about what that entails for the original game. If you originally could only hold half, like, it's hard to even comprehend how little storage space the original game had on day 1. Like, on one hand, you almost get... Like, on one hand, there's people that point fingers at anyone who tries to review the game based on that version of the game, because it would have been so agonizing. But on the other hand, how the hell did they get that close to launch thinking that was a good idea? Those numbers. Is that really more gold down there? That's gotta be the one I just mined, right? That's gotta be not there anymore. That's gonna be the nightmare here, is that I'm gonna be going around and visiting gold spots, and then finding out as I travel that they're places I've already mined, but you don't know till you're close. Ah, crap, where was that outpost? I desperately want a feature where I can look at something in the distance and set a waypoint there that'll be persistent until I tell it to go away. Because when I see a distant thing that I want to visit, but then I keep seeing stuff along the way that I also want to visit, I want to be able to also still go back and find the thing I saw in the first place. But it's all a nondescript landscape that goes off in every direction randomly. So it's very unlike a game like Dark Souls where you're like, oh yeah, I went left and then I went right and so on. It can be very easy to get turned around and not quite go where you meant. Is that the one I already visited, or is it the one that I saw earlier? It's probably the one I was trying to get to. I hope. Don't die. Oh yeah, I just discovered this for the first time. Hey there. There we go. So among other things, not only does that mean they massively increased stack size right before, like, right on the launch of the game, after literally years of not thinking that was a good idea. They also it means that until launch day, the ship didn't have more storage space than the person. Like this dynamic we think of, this mechanic where the ship has double-sized storage space, was not in the game until day 1 of the actual launch. Like they thought of that at the last moment. Let's see. Don't just... If I can set manual waypoints, don't just say I can. Say how to do it. That's not... Come on, man. Of course I'd want to know how if I'm requesting the feature. Oh, abandoned facility detected. It's gonna be one of those gross ones. Probably where it's all gooey. How far away is that on my screen? Oh, that's the off-planet site. Where's the abandoned facility? Transmission tower, is it above me? I'm not sure. It might be the transmission tower they're talking about. This cave is built to get lost in, isn't it? This is dangerous. I'm gonna completely lose track of where I was going. Less crystals than I was hoping for. Let's see if I can successfully backtrack so I can visit that station we saw. Hey there. Thank you. Oh. Did I shoot through that? Oh, I did. That's like not a thing apparently. Let's see, should I try to scan things around here? That's just apparently not a thing at all. Oh, hello. There's something 2 minutes in that direction. What's your deal? Glowy thing. Abandoned facility. It's the green... Are you just constantly telling me about the off-planet facility? I think it is. I think it's just constantly telling me about that one that I'm not going to on purpose. There we go, we're refueled. It's trying to burn to death in the atmosphere. There we go. I may have gotten a little disoriented exploring this place. Let's see if I can get back to that outpost. I think this is the right direction. That might even be a waypoint for it. Yeah, the shelter. Yeah, I don't see how to set a waypoint. Hey! Did I kind of skip the fall down by going this way? I think I was up there originally. Maybe not. This might be the same mouth as before. Hey there. Well, I guess I would like to save. Be very nice. Everything's looking pretty looted around here. Is this actually just the place I was already at before? Oh, it is the same spot. I totally went in a circle. That's fine, though. We got like 1 billion gold, so it's cool. Let's see if I picked up what I needed for the, Oops. Is this the wrong button there? Bypass chip. At least I got the resources I needed while we were going around to do exactly this. Oops. We have outpost shelters. Let's see. I'll try a shelter, because we haven't tried that one yet. Somebody said that's a way to get a drop pod, but I'm not sure yet. Oh, there we go. That's good news. There we go. That's great news. New top priority. We'll also try to get more plutonium as we go around so we can make more of those. So I definitely need to be able to craft more. I need to be able to craft more of these. It was plutonium, right? Yeah. Can I make more right now? Oh yeah, I can. I'm just short on iron. How much plutonium do I have? 35. I can make like 3 more of these. I just need the iron for it, and that's the easiest thing to get in the world. Okay. So bypass chips aren't that expensive, surprisingly, for how useful they seem to be.